Before we get into the video, I just want to ask that if you guys enjoy the content that I'm making and want to help support the channel, be sure to subscribe. I know it sounds like a crazy goal, but I'm hoping to hit 3,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Again, it sounds a bit far-fetched, but I know we can do it. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. I love every single one of you, and literally the most that you can do is subscribe to show that you like what I'm doing here and want me to continue making these videos. But once again, please subscribe. And anyway, onto the video. Nintendo has been very weird lately. There was no general Nintendo Direct in June despite other companies having their own presentations, and for some reason they've gone back to doing announcements on Twitter. Within the last week or so, they've announced a Splatoon 3 Switch OLED, a brand new Kirby spin-off, and a new trailer for Bayonetta 3, finally giving the game a release date after almost 5 years. But it's strange. These are all decently sized announcements, so why not just do a normal Direct at that point? Well, I think Nintendo knows what they're doing, believe it or not. Things may seem odd as of right now, but this is Nintendo after all. I did actually want to talk about when I think the next Nintendo Direct will take place. Well, first, I'd like to mention that I think we'll 100% be getting a Splatoon 3 Direct next month. I may sound pretty bold there, but we've gotten a dedicated Direct for the first 2 Splatoon games, so it's not really much of a surprise. It's also quite funny how, despite the fact that we're constantly getting news and updates about the game, we still don't know too much about it. So a Splatoon 3 Direct is bound to happen very soon. But what about a general Nintendo Direct? With all the news we've been getting lately, some could argue that we don't need a Nintendo Direct. Well, I honestly disagree. Not counting Splatoon 3 and Pokemon, most of what we have for the rest of the year is pretty niche. That's not to say people aren't excited about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and Bayonetta 3. In fact, I'm very excited for both of those games, but they're not for everyone, so deep down, I feel like Nintendo has at least one more big game coming this holiday. We've heard rumors about a Metroid Prime remake/remaster for the longest time, and I kinda hope that's the game we get this holiday, not only because I'm curious to see how it will look on Switch, but also so I could finally stop hearing about these damn rumors. Literally, it seems like every other day there's a rumor saying that we're getting a Metroid Prime remake, and I'm just sick of it. Now moving on to next year, we really don't know too much about it. We only know about one game coming out in 2023, Breath of the Wild 2. Yes, the fabled game that just won't come out. Come on. Well, I mean, we at least have a release window now. It's scheduled for spring 2023. So if it's still coming out at that time, then we're bound to hear something about it soon, right? Well, I would hope so. I know in the past, Nintendo has released a trailer for a game that will come out in like a month or two after it's announced, but Zelda games feel a bit different. They normally get a lot of marketing behind them, so I think Nintendo would want to start hyping up the game at least 6 months before it comes out. Now, September would be the perfect time to give us more news about the game because Nintendo usually does have a general Direct in September, and I'm confident that's when we'll get one. Some people may be a bit unsure about that though, since we didn't get one last month, but E3 also didn't happen, and it seems like Nintendo relies on them for some reason when it comes to June Directs. I just don't think Nintendo is going to break their schedule for Nintendo Directs by having one happen in like July or August, and you know, obviously at that point a September Direct wouldn't happen, so when would we get one in 2023? Will we still get one in February? Like, I feel like if they had one any sooner or later, I think it would just mess up their whole schedule, and I think Nintendo has a lot to talk about. So I'm hedging my bets, and I'm gonna say we're getting one in September. I'm also gonna say this, and this is probably the most bold thing I've said in this entire video, but if we don't see Breath of the Wild 2 by the end of this year, it's 100% getting delayed again. I know I sound so bold, but it's just, again, Zelda games usually have like they're kind of like big 3D Mario games. You at least want 6 months of marketing time to, you know, shed the light on the game and just get people excited for it. And I feel like just Breath of the Wild 2, it's such a massive game, and I don't think they'd be able to fit in all these announcements within a super short amount of time, you know. So I think if we're gonna get the game coming out in spring of 2023, it's most likely gonna be during the next Nintendo Direct, maybe the Game Awards, but I'm gonna lean more towards the next Nintendo Direct. For all we know, it could be the one last thing before the Direct ends. So yeah, I guess only time will tell. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed watching it, and I hope you guys are excited for more Nintendo content on the channel. I know I've been mostly just doing glitch content on the channel, but I'm hoping that, you know, I can start bringing you guys more Nintendo news, trying to flesh out the channel a little bit more, do a little bit more than just, you know, what I'm used to doing. So, but anyway, be sure to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, as well as be sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all my content. But with that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, guys, I've been Zeldin Inferno, and I'll see you later. Bye.